Hello, good evening, welcome. I'm so glad you're here with me because I really want to talk to you about world peace. I always have this huge thing in mind is that we are going to create world peace in our lifetime. I'm going to talk about it some more and explain how it works. But first we need to look at disappointment and find out how hard it is inside of you, just how deep it is. I will get into that in a minute, and then we'll do the MIR-Method to help ourselves get rid of all this disappointment in our body and in our system. First, I'd like to welcome the new people. Thank you for being here. If you're new, if this is your first time that you join me in the webinar, I'm going to discuss a theme, and then we're going to do the 9 steps of the MIR-Method. And I expect it will help you in your health. And I expect it will help everybody in this group and everybody who looks at this webinar later on too. Because we are creating a healing energy through doing the MIR-Method, and that works for many people that are watching. So enjoy it. I hope you can feel it. I hope it will do you much good. If you have been here before, welcome. Thank you for coming back again and for helping me create this good energy. And if you are a MIR-Method coach, then very warm welcome as well. Thank you for being here, and thank you for working with people and finding the true causes of their illnesses and for helping them get rid of those root causes more quickly. So thank you for your wonderful work. Let's start with the presentation. See, disappointment, because disappointment looks very superficial. It's like, yeah, well, that's a kid stuff, but there's something very terrible with disappointment. Children can be disappointed over and over again. They can handle that. Children are flexible. They can endure so much. But sometimes a child just has too much disappointment, too harsh moments of, I don't know exactly what happened, but there's, it looks like this. Children can have a disappointment moment. Something happens. They expected something wonderful and it didn't happen. They have a setback and they crawl back up again. Then there comes the next moment. They look forward to something very happily. They yay, and then it doesn't happen, and then they fall back again. And they crawl back up. That's how children work. They're flexible, they get courage again, and they come back. But when this happens over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, there comes a day that a child breaks. That's the moment that a child is no longer capable of looking forward to something. Sorry, I just realized I have a microphone underneath my jacket. Let me put it on here. So it can be that a child just has this moment that it no longer can find the courage to look forward to something. It just cannot. That's the moment that a child has been broken. When an adult has this still in his system, it is a person who cannot believe that things will turn out for the better. They cannot believe they will have a better job or a finer partner, or they will have prosperity in their life. They cannot believe that something good will happen to them. So they stay miserable inside them. And the same goes for world peace. Many people cannot believe there will be world peace on earth one day. I keep propagating it that it will happen, it will come. I strongly believe in that. But many people cannot anymore. Now, this is something that is disturbing your heart meridian. There is this energy pathway in your body. When you have endured too much disappointment, your heart meridian will be blocked. I'm going to show you. Here's a picture of the heart meridian, and it starts at the pinky, the little finger, and it goes up through the wrist and on the inside of the arm, inside of the elbow, inside of the muscles here, into the armpit. and also on the other side of the body. So we have 2 heart meridians. When people have very severe complaints towards heart attacks or heart failure, they might find a radiating pain in the left arm of their body and also in their little finger. The pain they are experiencing is in fact the severely blocking of the heart meridian. Now, the blockage of this heart meridian, one of the causes is that there is too much disappointment in your system. You have endured so much disappointment. You think, why am I on earth? This can't be happening. It's so devastatingly, all these setbacks, I cannot no longer endure it. That's when people have a very strong blocked heart meridian. Besides other emotions that come along with it, like for example, when you have a broken heart, that's also a cause for a blocked heart meridian. But all this disappointment, it takes a toll on your health. What we're going to do in a few minutes is do the MIR method, the 9 steps. And when we do that, we take all this disappointment out of our system. We just throw it out, let go of it. And then you can start to feel hope again. Because that is what we need. We need people who have hope, who can find the courage to be hopeful again. Now, MIR, the word MIR means peace in Russian, but it also means world in Russian. So I didn't know that when I created this word, I thought the MIR method is a method for peace. And we have MIR, we have world, and we have peace, a double meaning in Russian. And that is what is actually totally funny, because I didn't know before. But world and peace together is world peace. So when we do the MIR method, we change things in ourselves, in our inner being. For example, we let go of greed, or we let go of the longing for power or jealousy. We let all go of that. And when you do that, you change your behavior, and the people around you will feel that, and they will change too. So in the micro setting, you create peace in yourself and in your surroundings when you do the MIR method. Now just imagine that over at least 100,000 people in the Netherlands are already doing the MIR method. I don't know how many people worldwide, because I don't have the tracking exactly, because I don't know how many people tell other people that there is a MIR method. But the more this gets spread through the world, the sooner we have peace in this world. And of course, the MIR method is not the only way to create world peace. It's one of the tools we have. Now, many people, no, not many, but I was confronted by a man, and he said, well, when you think world peace is coming, you are so naive. And he said it in a quite respectful way, so I could listen to it. That was a nice encounter. And I was sort of flabbergasted, and I was thinking in myself, am I naive? Am I really naive? And meanwhile, he kept on talking to me, and I was listening. And then some power inside me came up, and I said to him, first I felt it. I felt, I'm not naive. I am steadfast. I'm just steadfast. I strongly, strongly believe we are going to create world peace. When you look at all the people that are protesting, all the people that are looking at what's going on and know what's going on, this is a change in humanity. It's beyond comparison. We are going to experience all this change, and we are going to experience peace in this world. And there's no stopping. So I'm not naive, I'm steadfast. And that's a total different way of looking at it. Now, what I would like you to do is gather courage. The fun thing is, courage is one of the basic needs that we have that is inside step 7. So when you do the MIR method, with step 7, you gather courage, you fulfill courage inside yourself. So you get stronger in that. When you have given up courage, when you don't have the ability anymore to feel any courage, then look at inspiring people. There are people that are really strong-hearted, that are they come forward, they have a heart of a lion, and they are capable of inspiring other people. Just look at these people and feel inside you what it does to you, because they touch your heart and they help you find the courage to, it's the courage to feel hope again, to feel hope for a better world. Now, something important, people aren't bad. People are not bad. People are good creatures. In the how do you say, in the bud or in their heart, they are good people. It's just a problem that many people are broken in childhood and they are seduced. Because a person that is broken in childhood is easily seduced into things like power or to gain money in a way that's not good. So people aren't greedy, they are made greedy. There's this lady, she's called Anneke Lucas, she's from Belgium, and she was drawn into a sex crime circle with all these high-placed people, these people of authority, and they were the abusers. And she could feel that these people were so empty inside and they had such cold hearts, they could not enjoy anymore. The only way they could enjoy was by abusing these children. But she had the capability of looking through it and to see how empty their souls were. And these were all people, grown-ups, people with power. And in fact, they had the child inside them was a broken child. They were molested and abused themselves as a child. So they were broken themselves and seduced by power. She said, Anneke explained that people who are really greedy, they really want to have things, like they have already $1 million, they want even more and more and more. That's the behavior of a toddler, of a 2-year-old. She said 2-year-olds have this like, I want that car, now it's mine, it's mine. That's behavior of a child that is that's only developed until 2 years old. But when adults have this behavior, in fact, they have an inner child that is not developed beyond 2 years old. So many people in power have a development, an emotional development of only 2 years old. And that gives such a shift in looking at these people. She has a wonderful way of looking at these people in power who abused her, and she could see how damaged the others were. And that made her understand why they did what they did. There's also a banker called Ronald Bernard. He's from Holland, and he has given these interviews. They are subtitled, they are on YouTube. And he was broken himself. He was abused as a child and molested. And he was challenged and invited to earn more money. Do you want more money? Do you want more power? And he said, yes, I want. And then he was asked, put your feelings in the freezer of -100 degrees Celsius. And he said, oh yeah, I can do that. And he helped with criminal activities until the moment that he was forced to do something to a child, something really bad. That was the moment he broke and he could not do it. He somehow opened up. He could feel the feelings of him as a child. And he stepped out of these circles, which is quite difficult and with fear of his own life. But he gave an interview and he told about this. So and that gives you insight in the influential circles on Earth and what people are doing there. And it's very, very interesting to understand what's going on. And it's very lovable. It's very great to understand that all this is changing and is coming to the surface. All these dark stuff is coming into the light, so all the people will start to see this. So world peace is at hand. It is coming. Now, how are soldiers capable of killing others? The only way is by training them, telling them over and over again, you have to kill, because it is either the enemy or it is your comrade, the soldier next to you, or it is your family. So people are not capable of killing for themselves, just for themselves. People are not capable of doing that. But if they are told, if you don't kill, we will kill your family, that is when people are capable of killing. I said it a bit wrong. So if you don't kill, the enemy will kill your family. That's exactly what they have been told. Or they will kill your comrade. So that's how soldiers are capable of doing really bad stuff against their own morale. Another thing, wars are created because there's a very big weapon lobby, and the weapons need to be sold because they are manufactured, but they also need to be sold. So we need to have conflict and wars, otherwise these weapons are not sold. But the good thing is many of these governments, many of the creators of wars don't have money anymore. So the weapons are not bought anymore. And these things will come to the surface really soon. So wars are very soon past time, no longer coming back. When people say there is no peace on earth, it's not coming, it is not there, you just say not yet, because that's the truth. We have not yet world peace. It is coming. Do you still have hope? That's what I would like. I need to take a sip because there's something in my throat. Don't know why. It's because of what I'm saying. I need to help myself a bit. What I'd like to know from you is, do you still have hope? Are you capable of hoping? Because hope, do you still dare to rejoice? To look forward to something? Because hope is in fact beneficial for your health. Because when you have hope and you look forward to a wonderful future, all the cells in your bodies are happy. They are sort of dancing and they are renewing themselves. So for your whole body, that's very beneficial. Hope brings life. Hope does something else too, and that's very important. That's exactly what I want you to understand is when you hope, you look forward to something nice, you actually manifest it. And that is so important because, for example, I am thinking about creating a sanatorium in the Netherlands because we don't have them here. Well, there are more people creating them at the moment, and I think there are already some here. In Germany, it's quite normal to have sanatorium. That's a place where you can rest, where you can heal when you have an illness. And many illnesses are in fact already healing processes, and people need not to be treated severely. They need the calmness and the rest of nature and the help. They need to be guided and to be controlled to see if they are going in the right direction. But they don't need medical treatments anymore. They just need to let the body heal itself. And I think it's very important that we have these places. So what I'm thinking about is, I know this building in the neighborhood. It's in a wonderful place of nature. It has a big restaurant. And there are like 90 little tiny buildings around it where people can be in and rest and have a nurse with them. Excuse me. I'm just checking out for a minute what's going on with my voice, because this never happens. It's something positive. I think it's what I get is that it has to do with the the new things I am saying. Let me just take another sip. The fact that I'm speaking my truth very much, I think it's going away now. Yeah, and it's just that it is something quite new because I'm pinpointing towards something very important. Okay, so I'm thinking about this building and I'm manifesting it so that I can create this sanatorium. I'm already thinking about people that I would like to work there, and I know a lady who can run the whole place because I'm not going to do that. But that's how you manifest, how you build things. And we really need many, many people who have hope and who can manifest, who can create humanitarian projects so we can rebuild this earth very quickly. Do you know about quantum physics? Because quantum physics, they actually prove, this is science, prove that we have power with our thoughts. When they do an experiment and somebody is observing the experiment, they have seen that the person who is witnessing the experiment, that person's thoughts are influencing the outcome of the experiment. That means that our thoughts have power. And that it's something really important to understand deeply how that works. Because that means that when the things you think are the things you create. I'm sure you have heard this all before, but it's very important to feel deeply inside how it works. Next to that is that we have in our body chakra 2. That is the chakra that helps create things. And in the MIR method, we have step 8, optimize chakras and aura. And most females, women on earth, have this great capacity of creating. We can create life. I'm just optimizing my throat chakra now. Never had this before, okay. Women have this capacity of creating. It's in their womb. It's a very special power that women have. I think it's very important that men are next to the woman and helping her create. Because women have the power to create peace on earth really quickly. So the more women do this, the more they feel supported, the sooner we have this peace on earth. No doubt about it. All right, I've been talking about disappointment and about regaining hope. And I would like you to do the MIR method with me now. And while we do these 9 steps, all the disappointment will go out of our system and all the hope will get really strong inside our system. Okay, let me just take one more sip. Okay, here we go. Stroke yourself or caress your hand really gently and slowly. And we'll start with step 1. Here we go. Optimize acidity. Optimize acidity. Optimize acidity. Detox all toxicity. Detox all toxicity. Detox all toxicity. Detach Father. Detach Father. Detach Father. Detach Mother. Detach Mother. Detach Mother. Clear meridians. Clear meridians. Clear meridians. Supplement all shortages. Supplement all shortages. Supplement all shortages. Balance hormone system. Balance hormone system. Balance hormone system. Fulfill basic needs. Fulfill basic needs. Fulfill basic needs. Optimize chakras and aura. Optimize chakras and aura. Optimize chakras and aura. Clarify mission. Clarify mission. Clarify mission. Okay. Well, thank you for doing it with me. I hope you could feel it. If you felt some energies or tingling, or if you needed to yawn or sigh. When you sigh like this, that's actually when your heart is relieving and it's letting go of all the disappointment. So if you had a sigh, then I'm really happy for you, because that really meant you freed your heart. All right, thank you for being with me. I know many people will look at this webinar a bit later on, which is fine. And I hope it does you good in this moment or a bit later on. If you would like, please have a look at the additional techniques course. In this course, it's a video, you'll find more different techniques you can do with the MIR-Method. And I strongly advise you to learn them. And when you have learned them, to pass them on to others. In it is, for example, a first aid system. Like when you have a burn or a bruise or a sprained ankle or migraine or menstruational cramps or very strong fears or sadness or anger, that's when you can use this first aid. It's very helpful, and all you need is your two hands. So please look at it and pass it on to others. It's very important. I would love the whole of humanity to have this technique. Then the other one is deep understanding of the MIR-Method, which is about understanding all the 9 steps of the MIR-Method and what is all behind it. These two courses are very interesting for people who are therapists as well. If you would like, please leave a comment on the website. MIR-Method.com/together. That would be great. Thank you. All right. I'll be back again within 2 weeks' time. I hope you will join me then again. And thank you for helping me spread the MIR-Method and for creating this wonderful network of people around the world. Because I believe that our energies will be in this network and helping other people to become more aware of peace inside of them and letting go of things that no longer serve them. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a very good night or a very good day ahead of you, and I would like to see you again within 2 weeks' time. Okay, till then, bye bye. Thank you. Bye bye.